guys, how's it going? My name is Ollie and welcome to another episode of Amber Talk. Games just finished. Newport County 1, Crawley 1. Um, we all know how I don't like to speak negatively on the club and their games performances. But when we're drawing games today, I almost said a loss, and it does feel like a loss. We've dropped 2 points here. I don't care about the 1 point we get for a draw. We've lost 2 points. Ultimately, we should have won the game. And it's through no fault of anyone but our own. We couldn't finish the game off. We got 4 games in a row. We've not had a win. We've had draws and we've had losses. We're not going to go up with this form. And I'm in a very angry mood, you can tell that today. Ruined my weekend, this game. Ruined. Started off still well. Lineup, no labs for one. So it is what it is. He wasn't on the bench, so he's either injured or he didn't want to travel, or I don't know. Lewis Collins and Scott Twine both in the lineup. The small positives I'm clinging on to here. Both played well. Lewis Collins played incredibly well for the 74 minutes he was on the pitch, I think so. Still not really at a League 2 level, but he does need the game time to get up to that level, and I do think he can get to that level and beyond. So yeah, good to see both of them in the team. In the 5th minute, Ryan Haynes scores a spectacular goal. Well worked, brought up to the pitch into Crawley's final third. It gets hit out to Ryan Haynes on the left wing, and you think, oh, he's going to cross it now. He cuts inside, and he shoots right across the goal, and it goes in. And it's a beautiful goal. Fair play to him. Yeah, very good goal. That's really kind of where the positives stop. The fact that Lewis Collins played and Ryan Haynes scored a fairly decent goal. Crawley's goal, which wasn't even a goal. Balls lumped forward from Crawley's goalkeeper. Mickey tries to head it back to Nick Townsend. There's been some kind of break in the communications between those two, and it just literally runs past Townsend. The ball back of the net. Mickey own goal. It was so against run of play as well. It shouldn't have been a goal. It shouldn't be something we had to worry about. That's Sunday league kind of mistakes. That's not mistakes two players who have played with each other for years should be making, but that's whatever it is. And then to make things worse, Nick Townsend might be injured. Well, he is injured, we just don't know to what extent at the moment. It could be serious, could be a minor. Who knows, we'll find out midweek. Tom King had to come on, play 45 minutes. He played alright. He didn't concede, so yeah. 59th minute then. Crawley player got sent off. I'm going to try to see the name, but I'm definitely going to butcher it. Alacara? I don't know. I'm like Charlie Brown with pronunciations, can't do a Dimitro. He gets sent off. Very harsh. Bit of a foul on Shepherd. For me, probably a yellow. Very harsh, as I've mentioned, but they go down to 10 men. With 30 minutes to go, we should have finished the game off. We should have put so many opportunities past Crawley. We just can't do it. If we don't get a striker in come January, we are done for. We are... You can forget promotion. You can forget playoffs if we don't get a good striker in. No matter who we put up front, we can't finish chances. And I don't know if it's the personnel we got or whether it's training. I just don't know. It needs to change in January. It needs to change soon. Because we're dropping points because of it. Anyway, I'm going to pass it over to the county fans, see what they have to say about today's shambolic performance. I'll rejoin you at the end.
So, finished today. New Crawley Town 1, Newport County 1. Disappointing again. I thought we should be winning that, to be honest. Considering the amount of chances we had, they had one shot the entire game. It ends up being an own goal that gets them a point out of it. I thought we created enough chances to get a couple of goals, but we didn't take our chances yet again. And alright, you can look at it and say we're still top of the league, but for how much longer? We're just lucky that Carlisle today bottled it big time. They were 3-0 up against Bolton and ended up finishing 3-3. Unbelievable, I know, but it was another game today where we could have pulled away, capitalised, because Forest Green next to, they played each other, they drew. Carlisle drew. It was a game we needed to win again, and especially with Crawley going down to 10 men, we needed to capitalise. Like I said, they only had one shot the entire game. We had like 10, I believe. Like, I don't know why we're not picking up the points at the minute. I don't know why we're not getting the wins. Like last week, for instance, disappointing to be leading twice against Oldham at home, and then you go and lose. The game before that was a draw. The game before that was a loss, and today is another draw. We need to start picking up the wins again, and start playing how we were. I think we need a striker in January. I do. Yeah, I feel we need a striker. If we do that, I got no problems and I got no worries, because I think that way then promotion will be on the cards, because creating chances isn't the problem, defending isn't too bad. Well, up to as of late, it's not been bad for the whole season, for the majority of the season. It's just taking our chances that's the problem. I've heard that I read that Flinney came out and said that 1 or 2 deals are almost done. He's got them over the line already, so it's just about, well, not over the line, but they're done pretty much, and they just need to be confirmed. So hopefully one of them is a striker. Hopefully they can contribute, get a bit of first team football, help play inside, because I think, well, we know Proctor's going back, I believe. Webb, he's going back as well. Aaron Lewis, I think, is going back, and I can't remember about Jamie Devitt. I think he might be going back as well. I'm not sure. I can't remember with him. So we're going to need to replace them, and we're going to need to fill those spots that they're going to leave. But yeah, like I said, I think we need a striker. I do. I think we really need a striker, because, like I said, we're not taking our chances at the minute, and that's what's proving costly, because we're creating chances and the games are there for us, but we're just not taking them right now, and it's really affecting us, because teams around us, they're bottling it. Not bottling it, but they're dropping points as well. So we have the chance to capitalise, but we're just not doing so right now. Like our next 2 games are 2 home games, one being Exeter and that on Tuesday, and that's going to be really hard. That's going to be solid, because they're a good team, Exeter. Like I said today, they got a good draw against Forest Green. They're in with the mix of the promotion candidates. They could possibly well get a playoff place or automatic promotion place. You never know. They're not out with the title yet. But that's going to be hard. Even though we're at home, it's going to be hard. And we also got Southend after that on next Saturday. Really, we need to win both of them. We really do. It's going to be hard, I know, especially against Exeter on Tuesday. That's going to be really hard. But we need to take our chances. We need to get the 3 points. We really do. It's going to be so hard. It's a big game, one of our biggest so far, I reckon, this season, because of how close it is right now. And a win would really boost the morale around the team, and it may get them playing again. It may get them scoring again. Like one win, you win one, you win a couple usually. So it would be great if we can get a win. It was very disappointing again that we couldn't win today. But again, I thought Scott Twine did well. I thought he did well. It was nice to see Lewis Collins get another start. I thought he did okay. Didn't do too bad. Haynes also getting himself a goal, which is which is good. Scott Twine with the assist. There was some good performances, but it was unfortunate for Mickey Demetrio to get the own goal. I hope it doesn't affect him too much because he's been really good this season alongside Brandon Cooper. So I really hope it doesn't affect him because he's been so good. It was just not meant to be today, which is a shame. But I'm sure Mickey will bounce back from that. He's been with us a long time. He was with us from the Great Escape season, and he knew what it was like to be on the losing foot a lot of the time. The back foot, should I say, the losing side, and to come back from it. So I'm sure he will bounce back. He's very professional, like that Mickey. He's great. He's a great guy, and he's a very good player. So overall, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed with the result today because, like I said, we created a few chances. They only had one shot, and they didn't even get that on target. It was an own goal that got them a point, and especially with them going down to 10 men, I wanted us to capitalise, and I think we should have. But it wasn't meant to be today. We move on to Tuesday. Tuesday at home against Exeter City, which will by no means be easy. That's going to be so hard. But I like to remain confident because we've been so good. I want to remain positive because how we've been this season, and obviously along the way you're going to pick up a few disappointing results. So you don't win every game. Not every game goes your way. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good game, hopefully. I hope everyone had a good Christmas yesterday. And I hope you all stay safe tonight. And we look forward to Tuesday against Exeter. So, as always, up the county.
So, very frustrating game to watch today. A game where, yet again, we had most of the ball for the majority of the game, quite a high percentage, which is fantastic. It's brilliant to have the ball and knock it around, but if you're not scoring goals, there's no point. You can have the ball for 100% of the game, but if you can't put the ball in the net, then sadly it's really not going to make a difference. I think it was a game that it was more of a game that we lost 2 points as opposed to gaining a point. Crawley offered nothing. They were, to be honest, I think they're the worst team we played this season, in my opinion. From the way they were moving the ball around, kicking it away, losing possession, X, Y, and Z, they offered nothing. Frustrating. We've got strikers who sadly at the moment can't hit the back of the net, which is the key role of a striker, and yet again it seems to be that time of the year where we kind of fall off the boil. But I suppose the benefit and the positive that we have at the moment is we've had such a fantastic start. We're still top of the league. More so now based on other results going our way as opposed to us performing. So hopefully that does change. I hope we bring in some players in January, really spur on the squad as a whole. I think the positive thing, and I will go out and say it, I know we're only about halfway in the season, but it doesn't look like we're going to be anywhere near relegation, which is, if let's all be honest, after last season is where we thought we would be or what we would be fighting for. So positively, we're not nowhere near that, so that's fantastic. It's just such a shame to see us lose to sides that are really worse than us. So yeah, it was very frustrating to watch today. But I suppose a point is a point, and not to put too much of a downer on it. We just need to be getting that ball in the net and just winning some games. But still top of the league, can't complain in that sense. But let's do some good business in January. But come on, the boys, doing fantastic this season. Thank you.
It's not that bad. 2 points dropped. I know it's what a lot of us think. But, I mean, it is really 2 points dropped. We should have won that game. But we're still top of the table going into the new year. How good does that sound, really, in the grand scheme of things? Results have gone our way. And even though we've been trying to lose our top spot for a couple of weeks now, we still managed to be up there. So, can't be too bad, can it? 2020's coming to an end, and we're all glad to see the back of that. And let's see what the January transfer window brings. You just never know. it doesn't really, you don't have to add much to our team now. Just a tinkering at the top end, score a few goals, be a bit more clinical, and we're going to get there. I really do think we're going to get there. We'll get top 3, I'm sure of it, at the moment, because we're just playing better football, more consistently than most of the others. As for yesterday, well, let's be fair about it. In the second half, they didn't have a shot on target. I mean, I could have got in goals. Never mind Tom King. I could have been there and could have taken his deck chair out, Tom, couldn't he? Do you know what I mean? And one thing that really pleased me, especially towards the end of the game when we were chasing the clock as well. We were fighting against the clock as well as creepy Crawley. The clock's ticking away and we still played some football. We were still passing the ball around. And even top teams can, when they're fighting against the clock, and the time's ticking away, even top teams sometimes hoof the ball forward. But we didn't. We kept playing football. We kept using space, trying nice little triangular passing, trying to get behind them. And that's encouraging. So all in all, it wasn't so bad as all that. I mean, we were all frustrated. I don't know whether you heard when the final whistle went. You could hear, I think it was Hatsy was, according to my son Jake, because he knows most of the boys down. He knows Wayne Hatswell's voice because he was an intern down there, and Hatswell shouted out the biggest effing hell you ever heard. In fact, Tim's microphone picked it up. His microphone picked it up on the laptop up in the stand. In fact, they must have heard the effing hell in Gatwick Airport, I expect. So we're all a bit frustrated. But the fact of the matter is, yeah, we're top of the table and playing some nice football still. So, up the county.
Morning, everyone. Merry Christmas. We look at yesterday's game. Crawley, 2 points lost. Completely. We started really well. It was a good goal as well by Haynes. And we looked good for the first 10 minutes. And then we let Crawley get into the game a bit. And they really attacked us. But they didn't really look like scoring at all. We actually did that for them. So there's 2 things that we lacked yesterday. And it's becoming the regular occurrence. We lose our concentration and it always punishes us. I mean, I don't know what happened yesterday with Mickey and Townsend. It was just bizarre. Still can't really explain it. And even after they had a man sent off, we couldn't finish anything. We get so far, we attack quite well, and then when it gets to crossing the ball in, the ball goes the other end of the field for a throw-in, or it just gets cleared away by the Crawley defenders. We just didn't. We get chances, but we can't convert them. Abrams has lost his form. I'm surprised Twine didn't have sort of more shots yesterday. He just seemed to try and get the ball out wide. So yeah, we'll see what happens in January. See what if he can get anybody in who can actually finish, and carry on the run then. Because at the moment we're relying on people like Forest Green. Thank God they cocked up and got Bolton come back yesterday. They're playing well. So get some signings in January and just see if we can hold on to the top spot.
So 1-1 away to Crawley. Before the game started, in my opinion, that would have seemed a good result. Because Crawley have been very good at home, and there's a lot of pundits rating them extremely highly, even though their league position wouldn't really suggest that they're a top team. They have got some pretty solid home form, and that was one of the fixtures I was looking at for Crawley away. After hearing a few, sort of punditry remarks about them. But as the course of the game went on, I thought that we were by far the better team in both halves, which is nice because our problem in the last couple of games where we haven't picked up points Well, the last 2 losses is where we've had a very good half, one half, and a very poor half, the other half. Or, like with the Oldham game, we just flopped after we missed the penalty. It's a game that we could have won. But the thing is, we're still top of the league and we're still punching well above our weight. Yes, we're in a bit of poor form, but we always hit poor form around this time of the season. We always finish strong, and especially under Flynn, we've always finished strong. So, that's one thing I'm feeling quite optimistic about. The next 3 league games are at home, or 3 or 4, something like that. We have got a load of home league games coming up now. So, for me, I'm feeling quite optimistic at the moment still. I think any of the moaning that's been going on, and there's only a few, and some of the people I know quite well, they're good people. I'm not going to have a poke at them as people. I'm going to have a poke at their negativity maybe. But as much as they do raise valid points, I mean, a lot of people are saying that we haven't got a goal scorer, in the team. Well, unfortunately for them, we do have 2 goal scorers, at least 2. We got one player who has been prolific for us for 3 seasons now. We got a player that was prolific at the beginning of the season and is obviously hit a bit of poor form and needs a bit of encouragement, not to be beaten down on. And I think the very notion of suggesting that he goes out on loan is ridiculous, because he is a good player. Tristan Abrahams I'm talking about, Podrick Hammond I'm talking about. So we haven't got 2 goal scorers there. For me, I think people are picking at our performances a little bit too much and forgetting the fact that we're the team at top of the league at the moment. We're the team everybody wants to beat. We're the team that everybody parks the frigging bus up against and hopes to catch us on the break. Like all of Oldham's goals were on the break. They parked the bus and caught us on the break, like a lot of teams have done at our ground, like a lot of teams have done at their own ground. I think the only time we've really been outplayed in any game this season was Carlisle away. Every other game, I feel, we were either the better team or we were well in the game. So I think sending good players out on loan is a poor shout. We've got a couple of loanees that aren't really figuring, which could bring in another striker. But we've got Ryan Taylor coming back, remember. Flynn will do whatever business he feels he needs to do now in January. And if he keeps the trend from the summer going, then I certainly think that we'll be in for some good players coming in. But we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, I'm happy with the way we're playing. I'm happy with the squad. I'm over the moon that we're still top of the league. I think people just need to enjoy it a little bit more and realise we're Newport County in League 2. We're not Liverpool or Man City in the Premier League. And you can't hold them kind of expectations for a club like ours. So there we go. Overall, 1-1 against Crawley. You're disappointed because they didn't have a shot on target. It was a freak own goal that got them the goal. So I think our performance, you've got to take the performance. And that's what a lot of people were saying from last season. They wouldn't mind losing games as long as we played well. But, those same people are now picking at the performances because we're not winning games. I think you've got to make your mind up on what your expectations are, personally. But we move on to the next, and hopefully we can get the wins coming back. So yeah, there we go, up the county.
Evening, guys. Oh, Christ, sort my hair out at the beginning of every video. Hope you're all doing well as you can do after what can only be described as a somewhat disappointing performance. Especially because we went 1-0 up so early on. Then just to concede an equaliser and not do anything against 10 men for half an hour is a bit disappointing. It's getting a little bit more frustrating now as time goes on, the lack of goals we're scoring, and that we've got to rely on other people to score these goals other than our forwards, which is a good thing that we've got people that can score goals, but to rely on last minute penalties or like goals from the likes of Ryan Haynes today and all that sort of stuff, it's a little bit disheartening, especially moving forward now. We're lucky to be top of the league after that. Obviously Bolton smashed 3 goals in the second half against Carlisle to keep us top, essentially, and then Forest Green obviously were held to a draw too. So we're still 2 points clear at the top, which is great. But it could have been a couple more. Could have been 2 more. But look, it's not the end of the world. it is annoying that we played against 10 men for such a long time and didn't manage to do anything. Although it was all us in the second half. It was all Newport, smashing the balls in, attacking constantly. And it was just frustrating that even with the quality of players that we had on the pitch at that time, we couldn't sink a shot, and it does get really, really annoying, especially with all the possession we had in that second half. But what can you do? Still top of the league. It's Boxing Day, so we should be in a good mood anyway. I've ate my body weight worth and drank pretty similar amounts, and just chilling with the family and that. So, all in all, yeah, mildly frustrating performance by the guys, but still top of the league. And I think as Exeter, we've got next, I think, don't quote me on that, but that's going to be a tough game. So hopefully, nab 3 points from that and move forward. Honorary mention for today to Shepherd and Twine. Absolute fantastic. Hello, Hunter. Absolutely fantastic performances as always. Some of the things that Shepherd were doing, Liam Shepherd was doing, were ridiculous. It's like he had the ball on a string half the time. It was brilliant, and the way we conceded the goal was, like I said, a bit frustrating. I usually give a shout out to Mickey because he's normally fantastic. Well, he is fantastic, and it just happened to be a keeper out of position for a little dink back, and he missed it. And then I think Tim Thraves mentioned that he thinks that's what injured Nick Townsend to force Tom King to come on. So hopefully that's nothing too serious. King wasn't tested today, but he might do in the next game. He's a quality keeper, but I think Nick Townsend's going to be picked if he's fit and healthy. So hopefully nothing too serious. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your time off work if that's what you've got. Enjoy the rest of the time with your families if that's what you're doing, or just enjoy chilling. Cheers, Hunter. Anyway, see you later, guys. Cheers.
So that's it for this episode of Amber Talk. As always, a massive, massive thank you to anyone and everyone who has sent in videos. Very much appreciated. Been a great year for us, really, especially with all the unprecedented scenes because of what's gone on. I don't think I have to mention that. Changing the whole series from an in-person thing to digital has been quite a big challenge, and anyone and everyone who's contributed videos and stuff like that have been a massive help. And yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you for all the support throughout 2020 and how welcoming you've been to me on the channel. Enough of the soppy stuff. The next Amber Talk will now be on Tuesday night, the 29th of December. We have Southend, who just beat Colchester 2-0 and looked like prime Barcelona. So I'll be back here on Tuesday night ranting once more. But yeah, if you do want to get your videos featured in the next Amber Talk on Tuesday night, don't forget to go over to the Amber Army on Facebook or Twitter, send in the videos, and we'll get as many of you in for that video. Still top of the table. Just if you give me a second, I can check. I've come prepared. We are top with 38 points. Forest Green second with 37, and Carlisle third with 36. We are 7 points over Exeter in 7th. Tight margins. It is what it is. We go on 20 games in now. I think it's another 26. So very near to halfway point in the season. If you did enjoy the video, go down, drop a like, leave a little comment. What did you think of today's performance? Any opinions you agree or disagree on? Share the videos with your mates, with your friends, with family. Just really get the videos out there. Subscribe to the channel. 2021, new year, lots of content. We're all firmly rooted now with the whole pandemic and how we're going to record videos. Lots of stuff from me, lots of stuff from Taff coming out, and we want to make as much content for you as possible. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I will see you on Tuesday night, and as always, So you can find the county bets up the county.
Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.